Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mayor with FDAHunter.com. Welcome again. This is the second video for tonight. A little tired, long day today, but just wanted to give a quick few highlights. One more for BDR and a projected, target for tomorrow. Game plan on how we would play it. No, this is not a projection for 2023 on how AMC is going to do and go to the moon, guys. We do not have time to go to the moon. We got bills to pay. We got things to do today. We got to take out our girlfriends and our boyfriends out to nice places and enjoy life. So, we here like to make money consistently. Do I think I'm going to find the next Amazon? I don't think so. Do I think you will? I don't think so, but I hope so. So here we like to look for potential plays, potential winners off of setups that have been happening for years. As a day trader, we'll normally play a trade. We also have FDA approval picks, which will get you guys 100 to 300% the same day potential on certain criteria stocks. And you can look at other videos to mention this or, go to my website. But briefly, quickly, I want to go over two stocks that we mentioned today in the group, which was Isee and Ctso. Now, before I mention those are FDA plays with some news. But before I go over that, I want to mention a projected play for tomorrow, which is BDR. Not only was it projected for tomorrow that I'll do, but I mentioned that today, as you guys can see here, we mentioned it at 4:28 p.m. Eastern time. We mentioned BDR is going to go potentially, we're going to see a target 2s to 230. Okay, this was at 4:30. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. BDR. Again, BDR we said at 4:31 p.m. 2s to 230. 4:31 p.m. 12:30, 14, 16, 4:31 p.m. We mentioned it right here. Okay, we mentioned it right here. 168, 169, right? And what happened? Target. 220 to 230 right here, 226 for literally you had 2, 4, 6, 7 minutes to play that target. Or the average, what I like to do is go for a quick 10, 15% or 10% on average. I would have just got out earlier on, but some of you I know have held on. Some of you are holding overnight. Congratulations on the winners. Some of you have took off about 70% of your winnings, and you're happy. Okay. So BDR, again, was something we mentioned, and the reason I mentioned it, very simple technical analysis. It was breaking out. It had a lot of volume. It had a very low float. BDR has a float of 6.3 million shares. It traded 7 million shares. This was going off the chain. On top of it, it had news. It had really good news, and I brought that up way before everybody else saw it. So again, with FDAHunter.com, we are looking for potential setups that can spike, that can go crazy, that are small companies, that have news. The more things like that, the more indicators you have, the higher your chances are winning. And again, if you think that you will be losing, or if you think that the stock is, you not think, obviously it's right in front of you, right? But the stock is not doing what you want it to do, you get the hell out. You get out for a couple percentage points. But look at the beauty about this, guys. Look at this. We had a couple losses earlier today of 2-3%. One was like 4 cents of like 0.0001%. And we hit 25% hits today. So look at this. The projected one for tomorrow. And I got to give a shout out to my boy Sagar, who just joined our subscription today. Thank you very much for subscribing. But we did a game plan together for BDR. He asked me about what's the next potential play for tomorrow, and from everything I see, this one has a potential play for tomorrow. Now, the reason I think that is if you look at BDR here, guys, and I mentioned it in my videos before about muscle memory and all that. I won't bore you guys too long, but a stock that has normally ran up like crazy has the potential to do it again, right? The sleeping giant. That's what we call it. Look at this, guys. Look at this. BDR back in August 18th, it was 2020. Okay, pretty recent. It was at 79 cents, and within one day, this thing decided to fly to $3.82. Look at this. Unbelievable. It decided to go to the rocket ship and above to the moon, to the stars, back around. And then what happened? If you look more, if we zoom in on this, it went right back down. So when you see this, this is not good. This means that this stock has a high chance tomorrow to die and crash and burn. Now, the only thing I think here that is good for it was it does have some potential good news, but do I think the news is worth taking it 400% tomorrow? No. Can it potentially double with the news? Possibly. And when I say that, it's because I'm looking here at $3.80. I'm looking at resistance, a higher resistance right here at 232, 233. As you guys can see right there, where I'm pointing the mouse, one line, two line, right there, and then it died down. So if it can get right to the 232, 233 range, and it can knock it out, and it can go to 233, 234, then look at this. This is the black space. We don't know what can happen, except for looking at the most previous history of the highest it went with 380 in one day. So this can have a potential to go test at 380 and possibly go even higher. Don't expect much out of this stock. Don't expect this to be the next Apple, the next Amazon. That is not going to happen in my humblest of humbles opinions. But again, I think this is just hype again. Some news came about, and all these people are excited again, and we've seen what happens. They crash and they burn. So go take that 10% tomorrow, 20%, whatever we can take. We will take it, and we will get out. If it fails, we'll get out. Now, when I was going over with Cigar over the phone today, I was looking here. If you look at the today's chart after hours, okay, I mentioned $2 is the risk level, the new risk level. So if you see here right there, it went all the way to 225, went back down to 201, and it hung out, bounced a few times. But as you guys can see, it did not break the $2, 201 range. So that is a good level of support, I would say, for tomorrow morning. If it hangs around 201, if it hangs, it goes to 210, 215, back down, up and down, that would be around my risk level. But tomorrow, I'll be giving this out if it breaks 220, 225 range for potential strike to 233, because that's what we do, guys. We're hunters. We strike. We don't just jump around like little frogs. I mean, I did see a cute frog outside, by the way. I mean, I'm from Los Angeles, and I'm here in Florida on another business trip, and I'm seeing a frog out of nowhere out of my hotel room. I'm like, what is going on here? But here, guys, we are hunters. We're not frogs. We don't just leap from one to the other, one to the next. We look for specific stocks with specific criteria that are moving, that are shaking. And yes, some days it could be like a frog running around. But most of the time, it's going to be very, very slow, maybe one or two trades a day. It's okay. It's okay because we're not here to lose money. We're here to win as often as possible. We're here to play the high odds setups. And we know small companies with a catalyst like news, with excitement, with hype, can go for day one, day two, and day three. And normally what we've been seeing now, we've noticed a lot of stocks are going on for 3-4 days, even a week. Look at MRIN. I mean, 290s alerted to now $24. BLIN alerted at the threes, $14. I mean, this is just insane, guys. So that is similar to what happens with FDA. I mean, FDA approval, that is just amazing news, small company. That's what happens, okay? That is where you get the phone call. But for this, we're given the daily picks. And look at this, daily pick and already up over 20%. Not bad at all. So projected for tomorrow. Again, I'm sorry for going too long. This could be potential 203 range to the 380 or more, possibly, okay? So I'll go and show you guys the article. It's right here. And then we'll get into the other two stocks quickly. So you have Blonder Tongue announces forgiveness of CARES Act PPP loans. Something about a PPP loan, something about some tongues, something about some forgiveness. I don't really care, except for the reaction to the news was amazing. And when you're talking about loans, I truly don't think it's going to last for long. I mean, you're in the loan business, whatever. I mean, it's not the best to me. It's not like FDA approval news. But again, it's the reaction to the news. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's getting excited. And, this has a potential to catapult this stock, I think, tomorrow past the breakout of 225, 233. I think it has enough juice. And if not, it will fail. But I will have a cushion around the 215, 220 range if I see it climbing towards the 225 range. Okay. Now, CTSO, excuse me, CTSO is another stock I alerted today around $8 or 8.05 or something, or a little less than that. But the long story short is right here for an FDA approval investigational device. So again, it's got the word FDA approval, but it does not meet my criteria of being under $6 or $7 even sometimes. So this was an $8 stock. So instead, what I did mention it in the group for a potential, 10% win. And let's see how it played out. So CTSO, we'll see how it played out. Now the volume was a little low on this. So again, it wasn't all excitement. The volume built out throughout the day. But as you can see here, pre-market, it went to 1133. Now this, I potentially think that this could be some manipulation. You'll see a lot of, patterns like this where it goes up like crazy. It dies down, it continues dying down, okay? So, this I mentioned around the pre-market, during the middle of the day, actually. Yes, I remember. During the middle of the day, I said I wouldn't give out something in the middle of the day. But this, out of nowhere, starting breaking out past $8, $8.10, $8.13 level. So I mentioned the potential 10%. It went up to 866. Then later on at 875, I got out around 860s after market hours. And now it's back down to 810. Okay, so this wasn't any crazy news. But look at this. Even if it says FDA approval in the news, and it's not even real FDA approval, but just in the news, I mean, this can push a stock up that doesn't even deserve to be up, I think, 10% or 20%. Okay, so this was up almost 20% today off of some news. Next stock is ISEE. ISEE, also not a low float stock. This was almost 60 million shares. It traded pretty heavy pre-market. I did mention this. We did have a loss of 3%. But as you guys can see here, ISE had some FDA news. It gapped up from the 793 range to 1043, even up to 1568. I don't know why I don't see it on here, but I did see it in the other charts pre-market up to $15. I thought around $10 it could take a shot, but got out for a 20-cent loss. Big whoopee. 20 cents, 30 cents. Who cares? Not even 3%. Nowhere near there. But we took a shot. We missed it. Who cares? We moved on. We protected ourselves and ended up winning another 50% in wins. This was the article. Receives FDA agreement under special protocol assessment. They received some kind of FDA agreement under special protocol. Whoa. To gather phase 3 trial. So it's not even like they went through phase 3. It's not like they had any positive results. But the stock decided to jump out of nowhere from $8 to $15 pre-market, and then it ended up dying right away. Okay, so these were the stocks for today. Biosciences. Look out for BDR for tomorrow. Thank you very much, you guys, for tuning in. You guys are doing well. And yes, do not get greedy on AMC, guys. AMC, I don't know about all that with $1,500. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I would get the hell out if I were you. Anyways, have a good evening, guys. Thank you for tuning in.